7 feared killed, several others wounded as security operatives repelled bandits in Katsina State. The Nigerian Air Force ground troops neutralized over 30 terrorists in Borno State. NNPP expels Kano federal lawmaker Jibrin Kufa over alleged anti-party activities. Another foreign Reform UK party leader confirms he wants to deport women back to Taliban in Afghanistan. Good evening, this is News at 7 on West Spring Television. My name is Tomilola Daniel Adejuwon. We begin with security matters. At least 7 persons were killed when some suspected bandits armed with sophisticated weapons attacked Magajin Wando village in Dandu Medical Government area of Katsina State. The State Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Dr. Nasiru Danmusa, confirmed the tragic incident in a statement on Saturday. According to him, the incident occurred last night between 11 p.m. and midnight. It disclosed that preliminary findings indicated that the ambush was carried out by the same group of criminals on the move to avenge some of their members killed in the Magaji Wando community during the repel by the Community Watch Corps. He commended members of the Katsina State Community Watch Corps for their swift and courageous intervention and for preventing what he said could have been a far more devastating outcome for the community. Damusari stated the government's commitment to intensifying security operations across the state and pledged his determination to continue to work closely with the military, police, and other security agencies to track down and dismantle the criminal network behind the attacks. Governor Ubasani of Kaduna State has cautioned opposition politicians against politicizing insecurity, warning that claims that bandits could be carpet-bombed out of existence are misleading and deceptive. The governor gave the charge today at the public presentation of Where I Stand, a book written by the late Sheikh Abubakar Mahmood Gumi and translated into Arabic by Sheikh Ibrahim Dalingo. The governor Sani is standing in for President Bola Tinubu as special guest of honor, while also serving as chief host, that unlike the Boko Haram insurgency in the northeast, which is ideologically driven, the insecurity ravaging the northwest is rooted in poverty, unemployment, and neglect of rural communities. It declares that insecurity cannot be resolved solely through the use of firearms, noting that whoever makes such a claim is only playing politics because the approach will not work. The governor added that he has decided to embark on the non-kinetic approach to address insecurity in the state because it is him that God will hold responsible in the hereafter. Still with security, the air component of Operation Hadinkai, in concert with ground troops, killed more than 30 terrorists in a decisive joint operation in Borno. This was contained in a statement by Director of Public Relations and Information, Nigerian Air Force, Air Commodore Ehiman Ejodam, on Saturday in Abuja. Ejodam said the operation conducted on Friday took place at Dar Jamal village in Bama local government area of the state, following reports of heavy terrorist engagement against friendly forces. It disclosed that the air component acted swiftly on the situation report, deployed an intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance and air interdiction mission. According to him, the aircrew established contact with ground forces in Banki, who confirmed that reinforcements were already moving to support troops. It revealed that in a series of 3 precise and successive strikes, the fleeing terrorists were decisively engaged, resulting in the neutralization of over 30 insurgents. He added that shortly afterwards, reinforcement troops arrived at the location, secured the area, and stabilized the situation. Down south, Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa was vowed that his administration will not relent in the pursuit of justice for victims of the June 5, 2022 terrorist attack on St. Francis Catholic Church, Owo, where over 40 worshippers were killed. Speaking at the Sacred Heart Cathedral, Akure, during the 15th Episcopal anniversary and 35th priestly ordination anniversary of the Bishop of Ondo Catholic Diocese, Most Reverend Jude Ayodeji Arogundade, the governor lamented that many survivors still bear the scars of the attack. It confirmed that security agencies, through federal-state collaboration, have arrested suspects, including Idris Omeza Al Kouazim Idris, Jamil Abdul Malik, Abdul Alim Idris, Momo Abubakar, who are now being prosecuted by the Department of State Services, DSS. Governor Ayedatiwa described Bishop Arogun Dade as a beacon of hope, praising the Catholic Church for its contributions to education, healthcare, and social development in the state. An effort to strengthen security, he disclosed that his administration recently procured 75 Hilux patrol vehicles equipped with modern security gadgets and continues to provide monthly logistics support to security agencies. In Borno State, gunmen suspected to be kidnappers on Friday allegedly killed 8 personnel of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps and SCDC attached to the BUA cement factory located in Okwela at Sakol, Eastern Government Area of Edo State. A senior officer of the command in the state, who reviewed this on Saturday, said one expatriate, a Chinese national, was kidnapped, while 4 of his compatriots were rescued from their abductors. The officer added that 4 persons were injured and were currently receiving treatment at an undisclosed hospital, adding that an official statement would be released at the command headquarters in Abuja. The top official added that the incident happened on Friday at about 10 p.m. when the officers were escorting 5 Chinese expatriates after a routine patrol at the company's entrance. Meanwhile, the commandant, Agun Benga, has visited the scene of the crime at the hospital where the injured are being treated. It was gathered that joint security operations with sister agencies have commenced combing the surrounding forest in pursuit of the perpetrators. And meanwhile, the Edo State Police Command has confirmed that 16 passengers abducted along Bini Auchi Road on Friday have been rescued. A video on Saturday morning showed an empty Edo Line bus and a Toyota Corolla car with the narrator, Emil, saying the kidnappers had taken about 18 people into the bush. The narrator noted that the abduction had just happened and the police were also spotted at the scene of the incident, apparently launching a rescue operation. It was gathered that the victims in the Edo Line bus were on their way to Abuja when they were forced into a bush by the kidnappers before men of the Nigerian police force came. Reacting to the incident, the spokesperson for the state command, Moses Yemo, confirmed that 16 of the victims have been rescued so far. He was, however, silent on the number of people kidnapped. He added that police have intensified the search and rescue operation in collaboration with local vigilantes and others to ensure the release of the other passengers in the kidnappers' den. Turning to politics, the 2023 governorship candidate of the Labour Party in Lagos State, Agbadebo Rhodes Vivo, has formally joined the African Democratic Congress, ADC, declaring that the party represents a strong coalition to rescue Nigeria ahead of the 2027 elections. The declaration held in Alimosho local government area of Lagos State today was nearly disrupted as suspected political thugs allegedly attempted to stop the program. The police operatives were also cited at the venue, prompting concerns among supporters. Speaking shortly after his defection, Rhodes Vivo said they are not holding a political rally but a political meeting, which they have constitutionally right to do. Rhodes Vivo added that if such practices continue unchecked, governance will remain ineffective, leaving the people without a voice. He further stressed that his decision to join ADC was rooted in the need to unite the opposition, adding that the coalition is meant to rescue the country. A former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, represented by the event by Professor Ola Olateju, commended the coalition building effort, saying ADC represents more than a political party. In Anambra State, Governor Charles Soludo has inaugurated a 489-member governorship election campaign council ahead of the November 8 poll. In a post on his official X handle, the governor said the council would be responsible for spreading his vision for the state's future and ensuring that the message of progress and development reaches every corner of the state. The governor thanked the members for accepting to serve in the council, to pay tribute to everyone who has contributed to the building of the All Progressives Grand Alliance Party to date. The Governor Soludo added that APGA was more united than ever, despite past challenges. Meanwhile, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has confirmed that 16 political parties will participate in the Anambra governorship election. Of this, only 2, the African Action Congress and the National Rescue Movement, nominated women as governorship candidates, while 6 parties filed women as deputy governorship candidate. The Borno State chapter of the new Nigerian People's Party (NNPP) expelled the member representing Kiru Bebeji Federal Constituency of the State of Representatives, Abdulmumin Jibrin Kofa, for alleged anti-party activities and failure to meet his financial obligations to the party. The chairman of the party, Hashim Dangurawa, announced this while addressing newsmen in Kano. Mr. Dangurawa said the decision followed Honorable Jibrin's repeated media outbursts against the party and its leadership. It described Kofa as a weak politician whose electoral success was only made possible through the Kwankwa, the CER movement, and the NNPP platform, not personal strength. It is closed without a reconciliation committee had initially been set up to engage Kofa after his interview with Channel Television, but that a subsequent media outing proved he had crossed the line. The NNPP chair further accused the federal lawmaker of defaulting in the payment of mandatory party dues, vowing that the party would reinstitute legal action to recover the funds. In the meantime, the People's Democratic Party Governors Forum has warned that Nigeria is daily moving towards full-blown dictatorship, insecurity, and worsening hunger. A statement signed by the Director General of the Forum, Dr. Emmanuel Agbo, on behalf of its chairman, Governor of Bauchi State, Bala Mohammed, as Muslim faithful celebrate the Eid al-Maulud all over the world, called on Nigerian leaders to address the menace. He stated that the country is at a crossroads as Nigerians get disconnected from the constituted services they deserve. The forum noted that the country is inching daily to full-blown dictatorship with its attendant abuse of power, and citizens live in abject penury in the face of plenty, calling on the government to urgently address insecurity, the judicial system, the failed economic policies resulting in intolerable hunger, poverty, and unemployment. They also wished Muslims a peaceful Eid al-Maulud celebration. Moving on, the Lagos State chapter of the All Progressives Congress, APC, has fired back at Peter Obi over his criticisms of President Bola Tinubu's overseas holiday, insisting that governance continues despite the president taking a break. Obi, the 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate, had taken a swipe at Tinubu's frequent foreign trips, suggesting they give the impression that the president is growing uncomfortable at home at the time the country is in dire need of his presence. Responding via a statement on Saturday, APC spokesperson Sheye Oladejo accused the former Anambra State governor of opportunistic commentary and warned him against commenting on routine presidential activities. Oladejo said the president, like any responsible leader, remains fully briefed and in active communication with the security and intelligence teams, even while on a brief vacation, noting that governance does not grind to a halt simply because the leader takes time to rest. He further accused Obi of politicizing government actions, arguing that the former governor's approach appeared more focused on criticisms than on offering constructive alternatives. While the presidency insists such trips are critical for attracting foreign investment and strengthening bilateral ties, critics like Obi have accused him of neglecting pressing domestic issues. Elsewhere, Governor Ahmed Ododo on Saturday vowed to keep the people of Kogi State safe by deploying the needed infrastructure to cope independent flooding and erosion threat. The governor gave the assurance in a statement signed by the Commissioner for Information and Communications, Mr. Kingsley Femi Fanwo, in Lokoja. The governor said the deployed infrastructure was designed to provide lasting solutions to ecological challenges across the state. He stated that his administration is determined to change the face of the state with solution-tailored infrastructure that guarantees safety, sustainability, and improved quality of life for the people. According to him, the government is leveraging the agro-climatic resilience in semi-arid landscapes project to strengthen flood control measures and reclaim land previously destroyed by ecological challenges. The governor Dodo added that the state is no longer just reacting to ecological disasters. They are proactively deploying infrastructure to prevent them. We are watching News at 7 West Spring Television. Still to come. Peter Obi embarks on medical breast, suspends public activities. We'll bring you more on this when we return. Please stay with us.